Good morning, Matt Modi here with another episode of the Dong Report. Of course, the Dong Report being where I give out my favorite home run predictions of the day. I give them out 5 to 7 home run picks in a day, and I give them out via a form of a round robin. As for today, we do have a lighter slate, only 5 MLB games, but I still found 6. That's the number 6 MLB home run picks for you guys to lock in. So put those in a round robin. Hopefully we have a better day than we had yesterday when I did not get any of the 7 that I had to cash. Literally 0 for 7 yesterday, down 1.05 units. Part of the beauty of these round robins is the risk isn't that bad. You know, we didn't hit any yesterday. Down 1.05 units is not the worst thing in the world. So that's kind of why I have switched my process over to these round robins, which has worked really well this year. So if you look at the total results, we're up a little bit over 2, over 3 units on the year, which obviously, you know, minor profit isn't phenomenal. But all of that profit is from the round robins, right? Like the round robins are up over, I think, 15 units on the year. Whereas when I was doing straight bets and stuff like that, that did not go nearly as well. We were down almost 15 units just on the straight bets while the round robins were on fire. So I kind of combined those into one number just to make it easier to look at, because before I had them split out and people were commenting and letting me know that it looked confusing. So that's why you see the numbers the way they are. Let's hope we can have a much better day today than we had yesterday. Reminder to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are not already. And then for this video, like, comment. And then if you're interested, I do have a platform where I send all of my plays out for $5 a month. It's called Dub Club. If you haven't heard of it, if you have, I'm on the Dub Club. $5 a month gets you everything I'm playing sent directly to your phone. So if you have any interest in that, check it out. But let's get right into these picks. So I'm just going to go in order of longest odds, or excuse me, the opposite of shortest odds to longest odds. So most likely to least likely, starting with Marcell Ozuna, who we have to hit a home run. So Ozuna is going to be the one guy that we had yesterday that didn't come through for us, that we're also putting in the Dong Report today. We see these 1 day late a-holes hit all the time. Hopefully that's Ozuna, but we're not going to call him an a-hole because we have him today. And honestly, Ozuna's been awesome. Like on Monday or whatever, Tuesday, whatever day it was, we got 4 home runs to hit. Ozuna was one of the 4. He's come through for us a zillion times before on the Dong Report. So we're just hoping that he can come through once again today. As for today, he's going up against Max Meyer of the Marlins. Now, it's a smaller sample size. Meyer's only made 4 starts, and he's only pitched 21 innings. He's been hit up in those 21 innings. And then he also pitched in the MLB in 2022. Same thing. He got hit up in those innings. Now, that was an even smaller sample size. It was like 6 innings or something like that. But in 2022, he allowed a barrel rate of 16.7% in his limited sample size. This year, in his limited sample size, he allows a barrel rate he's allowed of 13.8%. He allows very solid contact, which is not a very good look. It's a tough look when you're going up against Marcell Ozuna, who has the 5th best barrel rate in the entire MLB at 18.2%. And then also, the pitch that Meyer throws, his most common pitch thrown is a slider, which he throws over 45% of the time. Ozuna absolutely annihilates sliders. When you look at the sample size of pitches and his power numbers against them, it's probably his best pitch that he hits for the best power. ISO rate of 39.4% against sliders. And then also Meyer throws a fastball over close to 40% of the time. And Ozuna is also very good against fastballs. It makes up like 85% of his pitching arsenal are sliders and fastballs, 2 pitches that Ozuna crushes. Very good matchup for Ozuna. Hoping that he comes through for us today. Next up, I'm taking Wilson Contreras to hit a home run. This one is in the Cardinals versus Cubs game. I will admit part of my logic for taking this play is just line shopping and getting a pretty juicy positive EV play specifically for Contreras. Now, I found this looking at OddsJam and just line shopping. OddsJam puts them all on one page. FanDuel prices him at plus 330, which is pretty short odds for someone, Wilson Contreras, who's having a good year, but he's not like Ohtani or Judge or Ozuna, these guys that are known to be mashers. But every other book, legitimately every other book that I saw, priced this below plus 300. So Bet365, Caesars, whatever, DraftKings, all had this in the plus 200s, which is pretty crazy. So I think the books are telling us something that they think he's very likely to hit a home run, and they're pricing it as such, which I kind of like to look into that stuff. And I do think that there is pretty good logic that Contreras is priced the way he is. Now, rain is an issue in this game, but if it ends up being played, it's a fantastic weather game for home runs. Being played in Chicago where it's hot and it's humid, and we get that beautiful Chicago air blowing the ball out of the stadium. So if this game is played, It's a very good dong-friendly game for the batters. And he's going up against Shota Imanaga, who is definitely a good pitcher. But he can allow solid contact, and he can also allow the batters to put the ball in the air. Imanaga allows a barrel rate of 9.2%. That's the 16th highest of all pitchers that have thrown at least 100 innings. His launch angle is 20.1 degrees. That's the 5th highest. And his fly ball rate of 49.5% is the 2nd highest in the MLB. Now, he has a very good swinging strike rate, 14% of the time. Batters swing and miss. That's the 8th highest swinging strike rate in the MLB. But when batters make contact, they hit the ball very hard, and they hit the ball in the air. Now, looking at Contreras, he's having a very good year overall, but he's even better against left-handed pitching. His ISO rate against lefties is up to 27.5%, excuse me, 0.5%, which is in the excellent category according to FanGraphs. And then higher numbers across the board against lefties, slugging, OPS, WOBA, WRC+, all of them are better against left-handed pitching. Now, he hasn't hit a home run in 3 straight games, which in the grand scheme of things is not really that long of a time. He did smack a double yesterday, and then he went back-to-back back on July 27th and July 28th, and then he's missed 3 straight games since then. He DH'd yesterday, so he's nice and fresh today. Let's hope that he mashes one today, and my logic for looking into the odds works out for us. Next up, we're heading to the Orioles versus Guardians game, and here's where things are going to get a little bit tricky. I'm going to have 3 players in this game. Now, FanDuel, for whatever reason, when you place round robins on FanDuel, they have an aneurysm, specifically when you are choosing players in the same game, and it doesn't actually place those bets for you. So you need to place separate same game parlays with the guys that we have in this game. So it's going to be one bet, that's going to be the 6-leg round robin that we have, and then 3 separate bets that are a combination of the same game parlays of the 3 guys we have in this game. So number 1 is Anthony Santander, who's been amazing. The month of July, he's hit 9 home runs. That ties him with the 4th most in the MLB. 3 of them have hit 10. Another 2 have hit 11. So he's been really, really good. His ISO rate in the month of July, 32.3%. That's the 9th best in the month of July. His barrel rate was 13.8%, which would be the 19th best. Awesome. Awesome. Has an awesome opportunity to go yard once again today against Ben Lively of the Guardians. Lively is a right-handed pitcher. And Santander, I always say his name incorrectly. Santander is slightly better against righties. Now, it's not a dramatic difference that you sometimes see between certain batters. His ISO rate is 28.9% against righties. It's 27.7% against lefties. So it's slightly better, but still better. And it's the same thing, slugging, OPS, WOBA. All of them are slightly better against right-handed pitching. The reason why I really like this matchup is because the next stat I'm going to give you, Santander hits a fly ball against right-handed pitching 57.7% of the time. Now, he already has the highest fly ball rate in the MLB. It's about 56%, but it's even higher against righties. That's perfect when you look at Ben Lively, whose issue is he allows batters to put the ball in the air. Lively allows a fly ball rate of 44.5%, which would be the 13th highest in the MLB of all qualified pitchers. The 2 most common pitches that Lively throws are sinkers and 4-seam fastballs. Santander has an ISO rate of 28.3% against 4-seam fastballs and 28.6% against sinkers. Crushes both of those pitches. Very good matchup for Santander. Let's hope that he hits one and stays hot for us. Now for the 2 guys on the same team, Jose Ramirez and Junkensky Noel. We're taking to hit home runs. So here's what you got to do. Go put all 6 guys, I know there's one more after this, but all 6 guys in a round robin on FanDuel. Place that bet for 0.05 units times 2. Once you place that bet, you have to place 3 separate same game parlays. One of them is going to be Santander and Ramirez. Then we're going to have Santander and Junkensky Noel. And then the third one is going to be Ramirez and Noel. So you're going to place 4 total bets today. Sorry, I know that it's confusing. I'm confident you're going to be able to figure it out. It just is the way it is. Reality is you can place 4 bets. I'm very confident in you guys. As for the matchup, what I wanted to do here is target 2 batters that mash left-handed pitching because they're going up against Trevor Rogers, who was traded from the Marlins to the Orioles. He's a left-handed pitcher. Both Jose Ramirez and Junkensky Noel crush left-handed pitching, especially Jose Ramirez. He's got an ISO rate of 33.5% against left-handed pitching, which is really good, and it's up from 21.3% against righties. That is a dramatic difference. Now, for Junkensky Noel, he's got a smaller sample size because he was called up in the middle of the year. He's been pretty good since he's been called up, but his ISO rate against left-handed pitching is 43.5%. Against righties, it's 27.5%. Now, 27.5 is still a very, very good number, to be clear. But 435 is incredible. 43.5 is incredible. Now, you look at the pitch mix that Trevor Rogers throws, matches up perfectly with the types of pitches that both of these batters hit really well, especially Ramirez. Ramirez has a little bit better matchup just looking specifically at the pitch mix, but both of them are good, so I'm taking both of them. If you just wanted to take one of them, you didn't want to deal with the stupid round robin stuff, then I would just take Ramirez of the two. I personally am taking both of them, and I did obviously place all these bets that I'm talking about. Last play, sixth and final dong pick, Brenton Doyle to hit a home run. As always, we save our juiciest odds for last, and that's what we have here with Brenton Doyle. Not a super well-known name, also because the Rockies, he plays for the Rockies, I should say, because the Rockies are one of the worst teams in the MLB. He's been awesome this year, and he's been really, really good recently. Now, we did just hit a home run yesterday. That doesn't scare me off. In the month of July, on 2 separate occasions, he hit a home run in back-to-back games. He did it on July 1st and July 2nd, when he actually hit 2 home runs on July 1st, and he still hit one on the 2nd. And then he did it again the game before and the game after the All-Star breaks. We did it on July 14th and then on July 19th. Now, technically, yes, those weren't back-to-back days, but they were 2 straight games. So he has done it in 2 straight games twice this month. And if you don't count the All-Star game one, that's fine. He's still done it once. In the month of July, he's hit 11 home runs. That ties him with the most in the MLB. He's hit 7 doubles as well, which is crazy. And his ISO rate in the month of July, 46.7%. That's incredible. Barrel rate, 22.7%. That's incredible. Hard hit rate, 53% is very good. And a launch angle of 17.2 degrees is very good as well. Going up against Carson Fulmer of the Angels, he's pitched about 57, a little bit over 57 innings this year. He's gotten hit pretty hard in those innings. So I like backing Doyle to go back-to-back tonight. Hopefully he does. Hopefully we have a much better day than we've had the past 2 days. Got a couple of these guys to mash. Any combination of 2 guarantees profit. Anything more than that guarantees a lot of profit. So let's hope for that. I appreciate everybody for watching. Make sure to like the video, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out the Dub Club if you're interested, and have a good one.